Hi guys, so got an issue here with this Volkswagen Transporter. It's a T5.1. The issue is currently is the driver's window is not going up on the switch control. So I've just come over and have a look. Ignition on. So going down on the switch here, absolutely fine. But when you come up, the window's not operating. So what I want to do is find out and have a little visual inspection. I can see that that switch itself looks very loose and there's very poor contact. If I push down on the passenger side, you can see that it's operating absolutely fine. No faults with that one whatsoever. So I think the obvious question is it the switch, or is there an issue with the motor, regulator or fuse? And an easy way that you can check that is just by using the lock button here. If you press and hold that down to see if there's anything wrong with the regulator or switch. If it was regulator, the window wouldn't go up. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm suspecting that there's an issue with the switch itself, especially as there's poor contact. So I'm just going to open back up and replace this switch unit, and I'm going to show you how to remove this trim and then replace the switch mechanism with a new one. Okay, so looking for actually removing this piece of trim here so that we can replace this switch mechanism. Just using a simple trim tool, you're looking at pressing down inside here, just underneath the trim. There's a little sprung loaded clip, and you're just pushing that in and forcing that up nice and simply, and then just slide forwards, and then it is just released from the door just like that. And what I've got just here is there is a small electrical switch connector in there. Now, if you just use a small flat blade screwdriver, nice and gently, obviously not to break the contacts, and then what I want to do is just slide that electrical connector out, and then we're left with this unit down the bottom here, which is what we're actually looking to replace, as that makes up the actual switch mechanism. And as you can see, this side here is the issue that we have. So just nice and gently prying down on the side, just to release that away from the actual casing itself, as there's just a couple of little plastic tabs, and they locate, so these little tabs just here and here on both sides, just there and there, they are what hold that into this plastic casing itself. Okay, so as we can see, this is the switch mechanism itself, and we've got very poor contact, and it's all loose mechanisms inside. So we can see just by wiggling that forwards and backwards that there's quite clearly an issue there, as this one's nice and sturdy and this one's what's all loose. So I'm just going to change that up with a new unit that I've ordered from a local manufacturer. Okay, so that's just cross-reference with the vehicle's registration number and details, and then all you do is just collect the parts from those, being genuine as well. You know they're going to be top quality parts. So all I'm going to do is take that under, slide into the actual plastic casing, and then I'm just going to push up till it clicks in both sides. Once it's clicked in both sides, all you're looking to do is just check down here that it's all clicked in, and exactly the same on this side here. And then nice and simply, we've got a little switch there for our wiring harness. Push that plug in, and then before we click it in obviously into the door card, what I'm going to do is just switch the ignition on the car. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure that the window's working without fault before I place all of this back into the trim, just so that we don't have to mess around with this plastic casing too much, as they can become quite brittle over time. So checking the down operation, so one touch operation there, working absolutely perfectly, and then going up, absolutely spot on. So really happy with that. Just checking that the passenger side works as well. It's gone down, and just checking that that goes up. Perfect. Okay, so just switch the ignition off, and then just come down, and at the back here we're looking to just locate this side of the casing just down in the door trim, just down here. So the switch side goes down first, so it just pushes down into that small recess, and then the clip at the front goes in second. So we just come down, push that in, make sure it's all nice and snug, and that's it. Absolutely perfect. I hope you like the video and it's useful for you to carry out this repair. Please like, subscribe and check out the other videos on the channel.